I grew up in New York, and when I was 13, something happened that I still can't explain. It was a quiet evening around 8 p.m. I was lying on my stomach, headphones in, music low, just zoning out. Suddenly, I felt a sharp tug on my toes. I spun around, startled, and caught a glimpse of a pale hand retreating under the bed. I laughed nervously. My dad was always pulling pranks, so I knocked on the mattress and said, "Dad, I know you're under there. Quit it." A knock came back from beneath. I chuckled and knocked again. "Come out already." Then I heard my dad's voice outside in the backyard, still working on the fence. My mom was in the kitchen. My brother was out of town. I froze. My heart pounded. I bolted from the room. When I told my family, they brushed it off as imagination. But I know what I saw. That hand moved, and the knock, that was real. I'm 19 now, and I still won't look under my bed at night. During my first year of college, I moved to a city called Rippier and stayed in a hostel. One night, a few friends and I decided to sneak out. I had my scooter, which made things easier. The warden liked me and helped us slip out quietly. There were 4 of us, at first me, Jai, Odisha, and Halor. 2 more friends, Neha and Sumya, joined us later. Once they arrived, we split up. Jai took Neha and Sumya, and I rode with Udiya and Halor. I asked Neha where we were headed. She smiled and said, "Just follow us." The night was cold, and the ride wasn't exactly pleasant. After a while, I realized we were far outside the city. Aditya asked Neha again where we were going. She said there was an abandoned mall nearby rumored to be haunted. The mood shifted. Halor didn't like the sound of it. Honestly, neither did I, but I didn't want to be the buzzkill, so I stayed quiet. Then Aditya leaned in and whispered, "Look at Sumya." I glanced back. She looked pale, uneasy. I asked if she was okay. She shook her head. "I'm not sick. I have a bad feeling. We should turn back," Neha snapped. "Stop being dramatic. We'll leave you here if you keep whining." Before I could say anything, Halor asked me to stop the scooter. He felt dizzy. We pulled over, and Jai stopped behind us. Aditya handed Halor some water. We sat on a milestone and started joking about why the mall might have been abandoned. Then, out of nowhere, Sumya screamed. Loud. Everyone jumped. Halor choked on his water. Sumya began crying. I rushed to her. "What happened?" Her voice trembled. "We need to leave now." Neha rolled her eyes. "Grow up." But Sumya snapped back. "I'm serious. I'm done." That was enough for me. I told her to hop on. We all climbed back on and rode toward town. The silence was heavy. Sumya clung to Jai like her life depended on it. I felt a twinge of jealousy, but mostly I was scared, too. Around 5:30 a.m., we stopped at a tea stall. Sumya rushed to a chair and sat down, still shaken. I asked if she wanted water or food. She just stared ahead. Jai leaned in gently. "What did you see?" At first, she said nothing. Then her face drained of color again. She told us that when we entered the forested area, she saw a woman behind the trees. At first, it was a blur, but when we stopped, she saw her clearly. The woman stood nearby, legs bent unnaturally, eyes white as snow, skin pale and lifeless. We were stunned. Jai just stood there, replaying it in his head. Since that night, I've never gone near the outskirts after dark. You never know what's watching from the woods. Back in 2011, when I was around 7 or 8, a tornado hit our home. The damage was bad enough that I had to stay with my grandma for a few weeks. One night, most of my cousins were over: Marcus, Leah, Amia, Rico, and Nina. We all slept on the floor on makeshift beds. I woke up in the middle of the night. The cable box read 3:20, maybe 3:40. Everyone else was asleep. I watched TV for a bit, but something about the dark hallway caught my eye. I stared at it for a couple minutes. Then, a figure appeared. It looked like my grandpa, same big belly, long head, but something was off. He was much lighter than my grandpa, who had dark skin. He walked strangely, almost limping, and he was heading toward my uncle's room, which was odd. My grandpa never went in there. Curious, I called out, "Papa." The figure stopped, turned slowly toward me, and when I saw its face, my heart dropped. It wasn't him. It was something else. It charged at me. I dove under the covers, shaking, trying to sleep. When I woke up later, everyone was already up. I told them what happened. They laughed, except Amia. She was quiet. When the others went to get food, I looked at her. She looked back, eyes wide with fear. "I saw it too," she whispered. That moment is burned into my memory. I'm 20 now, and I still sleep with the blanket over my head and my door shut tight.